What if I could tell you, I could prove to you with the current circulating supply of XRP with only one Ripple partner, the price of XRP could get to $800. Would you believe me? Some of you are saying probably not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some facts and information in this video. And when we get to the end, I'm going to ask you again if you believe me. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So the Ripple partner that we're mainly going to be talking about today is BNY Mellon. I'm also going to bring up State Street and Citibank, but we're going to focus on BNY Mellon first. BNY Mellon, the largest custodian bank, reports that 97% of asset managers believe the tokenization will revolutionize finance. Let me play this for you.
For XRP or for Ripple, tokenized assets are going to be the vehicle that this is going to, I think, transact around. And if you follow where the money is going, you probably would agree. Here's a clip to talk about that.
BNY Mellon is the world's largest custodial bank. They're the bank that your banks bank with. And they did a study of institutional asset managers to get their opinions on what they think about this space. And that report found that 97% of asset managers believe that tokenization will revolutionize the asset management industry. The ones with more than $1 trillion, basically the largest asset managers, 100% of them are interested in this space. So I don't know about you, but I've always been told, follow the money. And this is where the money is going.
And if you do follow the money and you also follow the major moves of key executives, because that usually is another indicator. Here's one right here. BNY Mellon's head of digital asset product departs for, guess what? Ripple. So do you guys see this? I mean, hopefully you're watching this right now and you're thinking, this is the potential, bellwether component of the market that is going to start to really perk its head up there in terms of real world assets.
100% of asset managers with over $1 trillion in assets say that they are looking towards tokenization for the future. 100%, right? No, anybody said no. Everybody said, let's go. They're going to save money. They're going to speed things up, and they're going to be able to claw back money from all around the world, which is going to allow the bank to loan more money, do more things, build out more branches, or whatever they want to do, right? Departments, they're going to have the money to do it. And so this is BNY Mellon. So BNYMellon.com, you can come and take a look. The website's okay. I was digging around here for a little bit, nothing too much to kind of show you on the website, but they do have a digital assets page. All right. And so BNY is developing next generation solutions to meet client needs of today and in the future. Digital assets is an expanding and evolving ecosystem. As the industry develops, it matures, so too must the technology and specialist services. Innovation requires commitment, expertise, trust, and vital. All right. So at BNY Mellon, we have designed a platform that bridges digital and traditional assets. In meeting the changing needs of our clients, we aim to support the entire life cycle of digital assets with a focus on risk management that addresses the unique regulatory and security needs for this market. Our initial focus is on using the power of blockchain and asset tokenization technology to drive operational efficiency, mobility of assets, and transparency in real-time access to data. And I asked him, I asked Perplexity, I said, how much money does BNY Mellon control or have under management? And so this first number is not too interesting. It says assets under management, 2.1 trillion. This refers to assets that BNY Mellon actively manages, making investment decisions on behalf of clients. But assets under custody is another number altogether. 52 trillion. This larger figure represents assets that BNY Mellon holds, safeguards, and provides administrative services for, but does not make investment decisions about. So they are the custodian of those assets. But even though, right, as BNY Mellon makes the shift towards tokenization of these assets, and all these other banks do as well, remember, they work with the biggest banks in the world. Right? All of these banks probably will have over $1 trillion worth of assets, and BNY Mellon is custodying those assets. So everybody is going to be upgrading towards blockchain and tokenization. These assets will get tokenized, right? Where will they get tokenized? Well, that's what we're going to discuss. All right, so here we go. Ripple partner BNY Mellon. This is the CEO, Robin Vance. Listen.
You sounded optimistic about crypto when we talked. Are you more optimistic now based on who the Trump administration is? We may have a crypto czar now. We seem like crypto regulations will be looser. And does BNY want to play a role in the community?
Well, we've said this for the past couple of years, and we've been consistent, and we haven't changed our point of view on this, which is digital assets represent a new, interesting, innovative technology, which we think could be important to the financial system over the course of the next 10, 20 years. Exactly the twists and turns along the way, we'll have to see. But we've been investing. We've got the ability to custody crypto assets, digital assets, but also we're looking into the interesting smart contracts, ledger capabilities that the underlying technologies represent. And so we think there's an interesting future here, but AI as well. Remember, it's not just about digital assets. It's about how does technology get applied to make the financial system better, more agile, more capable, and able to grow. And AI is going to be an important part of that story too.
So, all right. Also, you have Ripple partner BNY Mellon, Robin Vance, CEO, 50 trillion, right? BNY Ripple. It's not a secret, right? Don't forget, BNY Mellon and XRP are partners. Ripple are partners to tokenize real-world assets. The XRP ledger will support the tokenization of real-world resources like real estate, stocks, and commodities. Here's just some more information backing up what we just said. I think they pulled it out of that video I played for you at the beginning, but all good. Also, pretty interesting. BlackRock and BNY Mellon have offices right next to each other. Let me show you this. So here's the BlackRock office. You can see BlackRock here. Okay. Then he's going to zoom out. He's going to move up a little bit. And then up here next to Berkeley, whatever, BNY Mellon's right here. They have a campus right there. BNY Mellon. So I thought that was interesting too. Let me show you this too. So crypto, I found this clip from Crypto Eerie first, but then somebody had a longer version of this clip that I want to play for you because I feel it's important and it confirms something I already knew that was going to happen. But now that I can show you that they were talking about this years ago, we definitely have it confirmed that this is going to happen. So Lynn Maylor, she's the U.S. head of partnerships and memberships at GBVC, co-founder of Women in Digital Assets Forum, influential woman in crypto in 2024, and past chair of Boston Chair Association. Let me go ahead and play this for you.
Background. So, I come from a traditional finance background.
So that lady is the one who's talking right now. Okay, apologize for that.
Background, obviously. At Bank of New York Mellon, I was a managing director for what's called basically the financials and non-bank financials, which is all the asset managers, hedge funds, private equity, money service, money transmitter, captive finance companies. So kind of all the financials, if you will, mostly non-bank, a non-traditional bank, let's say. So I would say that my journey into blockchain started in 2017 when I was asked to join a meeting where Bank of New York Mellon had invited in Ripple. And Ripple wanted to do an ICO with the bank, and that ICO was a Bitcoin. I went to the meeting and realized
Ripple wanted to do an ICO with the bank. It's called BK Coin. This is back in 2016. Remember when I've been telling you that banks are going to create their own stable coins, right? That way they can move value from bank to bank a lot faster and internally from bank to bank a lot faster, okay? If one Bank of America is on one side of the country and the other one is like one's on the West Coast, one's on the East Coast, and you're sending money from Bank of America to Bank of America, it still takes days, right? Because those banks are separate entities, but they are the same bank. But if you can tokenize the value in both of those banks, you can move it instantaneously. That's the future.
Was really not understanding very well what they were talking about. I understood that there was a lot of friction within our existing capital markets and the structure of the middle back office, but I wasn't sure of the technology. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really understand some of the words they were using, and I decided that I would take a course. So I did take a course at Oxford and really gained a lot of knowledge about the technology. When I finished the course, I came back to my boss and said, oh my gosh, we have to move very rapidly. We need to partner with fintechs because, if you are in the banking world, you realize that the infrastructure of the banks is 40 years old, certainly in the United States, and that we couldn't turn this around in short order, but we needed to start understanding the technology and using it. And some of these fintechs were using it like a peer-to-peer network. So I started garnering relationships with these fintechs, bringing them into the bank and asking us, could we partner and what would that look like? my journey started in 2017, 2018, did all that, met with the CEO of the business and brought in several companies. And of course, the bank said, we're not interested. And, I can tell you many of the reasons why. Part of it is control. Part of it was security at that time at 2018, but there wasn't a lot of interest. At the same time, I was introduced to a serial entrepreneur who wanted to start a blockchain enabled company around something that we called crowdfunding for corporations. Long story, I ended up leaving the bank. We started the company. COVID hit. We never could acquire a customer. I joined Boston Blockchain, became the chair, and then was approached last December to start a company with a media partner called Tab Group to really focus.
All right, let's keep going. All right, so here you go. BNY Mellon, Ripple Proof of Concept 2016. Modernization of payments and collections. You also have this image here, a proof of concept with Ripple. There you go, Ripple Connect software, Ripple Ledger. And then of course down here, Earthport. Remember Visa and MasterCard were outbidding each other for Earthport, Ripple partner. Of course you have Ripple here and a ton of other different connections as well. I also wanted to know who else, holds a ton of money under custody. So check it out. So the highest one is BNY Mellon. The second highest one is State Street. And then of course you have JP Morgan, which has 32 trillion, and Citigroup that has 26.8 trillion. So I wanted to get some more information about, is Ripple working with State Street? Because I couldn't find any kind of like direct information. On Twitter, there was a lot of just kind of like people guessing. Crypto Hulk had a good video here with a few connections. Ripple doesn't have a direct connection with State Street, but through partners, they do have connections. Let me show you.
Hey everybody, check it out. It's Crypto Hulk. We got a really solid connection here. Temenos. Temenos is bringing crypto wallets to 3,000 banks. Oh, geez. 40 different countries. There's an integration going on with Temenos and Taurus. See this? Taurus is the crypto wallet provider. Temenos is the connection to Ripple. Oh, man. Now, what we got here is Deutsche Bank and State Street are connected in this as well. You're going to love it. Let's go on to the evidence right here. So we know that Temenos is a Ripple partner. So is Deutsche Bank. Oh, damn. Archax is a State Street partner with Fidelity, and that's all mixed in with Ripple because Archax is a Ripple partner. Oh, dang. Now they got crypto custody for all of this through Ripple. The world's number 1, 2, or 3 bank is partners with Ripple as well, with Medico. And we see here that the article mentioned Fidelity and State Street. FIS is a Ripple partner, and FIS is the company Fidelity. It's massive. That's great, but digital wallets, that was developed 10 years ago by Ripple and some partners. Look at the date right there. A new digital framework for digital identity. Ripple Labs right there. My name's Crypto Hulk.
All right. Also, it's interesting to see all of these other connections, right? Where you don't have direct connections, but that's a lot of money, guys. If some of this value were to wind up on the XRP ledger, right? $50 trillion. What do you think that would do to the price? Even with a high circulating supply, I'm going to show you in just a second. So here you go. Discussion on XRP ETF to feature Ripple Swell. This is Anna Pagala of State Street Global Advisors. So you actually had some connections here more with Ripple. State Street Global Advisors, the asset arm of State Street, has published a report assessing the relative benefits of tokenization from different asset classes, 4.4 trillion under management. So we do see some different connections with this. Also, you have Citibank working on the exact same thing, right? Tokenization of assets, because we know that the biggest banks in the world are moving this way. And sooner or later, this value will start coming on chain. I will play this video. It's only 30 seconds.
For Citi token services for cash and for trade. So now what we can do is we can move tokenized deposits around Citi's, corridors. Right now it's just US and Singapore with aspirations of adding another 3 to 5 in the next near term. Well, it's great that we have this internal token, but our clients don't want a Citi token or another bank token. What they want is cross-bank, cross-border liquidity. So it's key that now that we have the infrastructure of the platform built internally, we work with like regulated liability network and other parts of business about how do we solve these difficult issues as an industry. And there's still a lot of questions out there, but this FMI that RLN aspires to be is extremely positive.
All right. And then right here is, let me show you some information here. And this is, Andrew says, I've heard that some big banks are rescinding in New York. Also remember that in early 2024, Ripple acquired standard custody, and with the purchase received a New York trust license. They can offer crypto custody to banks in New York as well, along with RLUSD. And then I wanted to understand some stuff here. So first I wanted to say, if the circulating supply of XRP is currently 62 billion, it's 62 billion and some change. So I didn't have the exact number in my head. I know it's around 62 billion. Using this number of $50 trillion, if $50 trillion was added to the XRP ledger, how much would it be per XRP? And if we use today's circulating supply, and if just BNY Mellon tokenized all of their assets under custody, and that lived on a private ledger on the XRP ledger, you would be looking at $806 per XRP. Now, I've done research. I just put out a video last week about staking coming to the XRP ledger, while finding ways to reduce the circulating supply. And let me say this, if the United States and other European countries or whatever countries globally start buying XRP to hold as a reserve, right? Digital asset reserve asset, that's going to be locked away, right? That won't really be a part of the circulating supply because they're going to hold on to that for years. So if, 5 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion XRP is bought up by banks or central banks, that XRP will become out of circulating supply as well. And so I said, all right, well, if we added this $50 trillion from BNY Mellon, and the circulating supply of XRP was reduced to only 20 billion tokens, how much would the price per XRP be? And the price is $2,500 per XRP. So you can imagine if we go down to 10 billion tokens circulating, this would be 5,000 per XRP. If we went down to 5% circulating, this would be $10,000 per XRP. Okay. This is one bank. Ripple has hundreds of banking partners. You do the math of what you think is about to happen, because I truly can understand all of this. And I think things are just getting started. We have not even come close to full adoption through tokenization, but it's coming. And if you want to be a part of that, keep learning, keep growing, and maybe we can do this together. If you want to take your crypto journey to the next step, think about joining Cryptonaires. Right now, we can give you half off the first month and a 5-day free trial. Cryptonaires is my community. It's been around since April 2021, and we have had so many incredible people from all around the world. When you have hundreds of people all working towards a common goal of being early and finding gems in the crypto space, we are one of the very few communities that have made it through the bear market, and we provided a lot of really great content for our members. There's a link down in the description of this video if you want to join Cryptonaires. Just come in for the 5 days, try us out, see if we're a right fit for you. There's some members that have been with us since we opened the door. If you're interested in taking your crypto journey to the next level, let me and Cryptonaires help you do that. I'll see you around the community. Thank you.